Okay guys, what we're going to do now is we're just going to have a look at what you want to have in your tackle box when you're going surf casting. So this is your basic stuff. Obviously there's going to be a little bit more in your bag and stuff, like your leader, your knives and your scaler and stuff, and also your sand spike. Definitely have a sand spike when you go surf casting. Keeps your reel right up out of the sand. Some people lie their reels down on the sand when they've caught the fish and all sorts, and it's causing a bit of grief later on when the sand gets in your gearing and stuff. So we'll just take a quick squiz on what your tackle box should have in there in the way of products to use for surf casting. Okay guys, looking into our Surfcast tackle box there, you can see there's quite a good range of sinkers and hooks and stuff. Now basically you can use your stray lining or your rock fishing tackle box, but you'd be adding a few different sinkers and other products to work for you. And the cool thing is, all this product you can get at the warehouse under the maxi strike, so you don't have to go everywhere trying to find the stuff. Okay, so when you're surf casting out probably more on the east coast than anywhere, or off the rocks, you can be off the rocks but casting into an area where there's sand, you can use the reef sinkers. They're perfect to use. Try and stay away from the round ball sinkers, the big ball sinkers, because they will roll around a bit in the surf, the waves, or a little bit of current, and it actually tangles your line up. So those are perfect for off the beach where there's no current. Now if you've got current running, you obviously want to have a good range of these breakaway sinkers. So you want to have some 3s, 4s, up to 5, maybe even 6 ounce breakaways when you're surf casting out on the west coast or in a harbour, because you do get a lot of drag, and what happens is you'll cast right out, and if your sinker's not heavy enough or you're using the reef sinker, that'll just get pulled around back into shore where you've casted from. So breakaways are perfect, and that's what you want to be fishing with current. Now also, great thing to use is these flasher rigs. They're brilliant. They're all ready to go. You just unpackage, tie it up onto your surf cast, and just chuck on a sinker on the end. So you know, snap swivel there for your breakaway, or you can even just go through the loop, use the loop in it, go through the eye and put the reef sinker on. So definitely have some of those. Now sometimes when you go, you're in a rush and you leave these at home and you go, oh man, rest of my flasher rigs at home. It's all good, because what you can do is you can actually make your own while you're out on the water. It's no biggie. So basically you're just looking at all the extras that you've brought along. So you've got some trace line, you've got your squid skirts you can play around with, there's some ball floats, and we've got the little beads, coloured beads that you can chuck on. So don't panic too much, because you can make one of those, and you can see that I've made one of those on one of our other videos, so make sure you can have a look at that. Now running through the big hooks, we will have basically 2 barrow, 3, 4s, 5s, right up to your 6, 7, 8 barrows, big hooks. But when you're sort of catching fish and they're swallowing the hooks, you want to go up into a bigger hook size. And the smaller hooks, what I like to use is to use them for keeper hook. When you're using a bait, you just use the 2 hooks. So you can also see that when I'm baiting up in one of our videos. So the Mutsus, always great to have these in your tackle box when you go surf casting. Once again, you're going to be using those on your flasher rig that you make up. What happens is the fish comes along, grabs your bait, your hook, and it swims off or tries to take off. And what you do is you don't strike, otherwise you're going to miss the fish. You just leave it, let it go tight, tighten up, and then slowly lift your rod. This will go into the corner of the mouth, the fish, and you're hooked up. So those are great to have in there. Now also what you want in there is some clippers, makes life easy, some barrel swivels and your snap swivels. Never leave that at home. This is perfect to have in your tackle box. Basically when your bait gets a bit manky, like your pilchards, or you find some shellfish and you want to put that on and it's falling off, this is perfect. You just wrap it around your bait. Got a few little lures in here, brilliant for kahawai. So you're out on the west coast and you're casting into the waves, catching some kahawai on those, always have those in there. cool to have on standby. So that's pretty much it, what you want to have in your tackle box. Beside that, you're going to have some extra line, your scaler, you're going to have your sand spike, your knife and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what you want to have as a basic starter when you go surf casting.